I'm Sonya.
I'm Ebong.
And I'm Kate, and today we're dishing with you from Firefly, located at 1310 New Hampshire Avenue Northwest in the Hotel Najera.
And today our guest is Peggie Arvidson. She is a certified professional hand analyst. So I'm going to talk a lot with my hands today.
Jazz hands.
That's right.
We love it.
Very cool.
Sprinkle.
So what does that mean? I mean, certified hand. Tell it. What is the certification
The
process?
certification process takes a year where we study from a database. Everything in your hands can be studied. It can be taught. It's replicable. It's not predicting your future. If I could predict the future, don't you think I'd be in Tahiti right now with my fancy drink?
Well, none of the rest of them are.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So they're just not telling you the truth that I'm telling you. It's not predictive. But what we do in the certification process is we learn, first of all, how to translate your fingerprints, most importantly. And then we look at all the other parts of the hands and how that plays in. So in other words, I will always say that this finger, your pointer finger, always means power, leadership, vision. Always.
That's right.
That's
No
what I'm
matter
always
who it is,
pointing
that's
at.
why
Yeah.
you're always pointing
Yeah.
with it. And after a year, I took a few exams and I had to speak before my peers and I got certified. So that's what it is. Non-predictive palmistry. It's not about predicting your future. It's about showing you how to live more comfortably in the life that you're living right now.
Can you explain what you meant by translating your fingerprint? Because I didn't.
You didn't get that?
No, I can't. I can't
Didn't
visualize what that
just
means.
roll
Is it
right off.
translating
It
into whether or
should.
not you shot the person with the revolver in the
Yeah.
conservatory?
If it's a murder
Sort of.
mystery.
Yeah, it can be like that. You know, they do the FBI, CIA, our law enforcement folks, forensics, they do use your fingerprints a little bit differently. But the reason that's the point is because our fingerprints are unique to only us. So they're formed in the womb before you're born, and they stick with you until you die. Although, according to the CIA, you can change them, but we won't go into the ways that you might do that. So what I learned is how to translate all of the whorls, or the dermaglyphics is really what it's called, in your fingerprints,
Wow.
and tell you, based on where they are, which ones are the high ranking, which ones are the low ranking, and how that plays into.
What is ranking?
Yeah, I need more.
Okay, you need more? A whorl. When you're thinking of a fingerprint, you're probably thinking of the ones they show you on TV that looks like a
Like a weather
like a
pattern.
target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a whorl. It's the most complex for my purposes. The police folks that are watching, you go into greater detail. I'm aware
So
of that.
people with more whirls are more intelligent or something?
No, yeah. Go look for
That
it.
explains
Everybody,
a lot
that
now.
explains
Yeah.
everything. No, so we have a whorl is the most complex, and one that we would call an arch that really looks like a wave, really low wave. That would be the least complex. There's 4 main types, and the complexity and what finger they're on. As I said, this finger means power. Your middle finger is all about value and money and
Really?
time,
Value.
getting things done. Go figure, right? This is all about creativity, innovation. This is about communication, not only, doing something like this, being, an innovative communicator, but also communicating with your higher self or God or whatever you want to call it. And your thumbs are about getting things done.
Like hitchhiking.
Yeah.
And
We can't go
texting,
anywhere.
getting things
Texting.
done.
Well, this
We
is
can't
the
do
hardest.
anything without
This
our
is probably okay. Maybe that's why we're such bad communicators in general, because this one's the hard. I mean, you can't even hardly lift that one by itself. So
The middle finger, the ring finger?
Yeah.
Not a strong finger.
Well, it's
I'm,
all
I'm
about
double jointed
creativity.
in that finger, actually.
And if you're
Creativity.
married, you tend to lack communication in himself. too.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a man.
If you're a man,
That's
is
what I
that
heard.
is that what you heard?
That's what I've been
Good,
told.
I'm glad that you're paying attention. So you are a good communicator. You're
Are
paying
you a
attention.
whirl or are you a? Because I'm a wave. So what
I'm
are
a
you
whirl.
in? Are you a whirl? What are
I'm
you
a whirl.
I'm in a whirl of hurt.
Yeah, you're in a world of hurt. You've got really watery hands here, and
I have very
watery
watery.
and air hands. So what that says to me is that you're somebody who likes to connect and likes to know what makes me tick or what makes somebody else tick. You probably are also good at remembering birthdays, or you have a system so you can
oh,
do that.
you got her. I think you've got her.
Birthdays not so much, but
You have a system.
but you know what, you're right. If I know it's somebody's birthday, I like finding the perfect thing that makes them
Yeah.
tick. Oh, she
But
got
you're
me.
also, the other thing that the air represents is sort of this ability to, you like to think and you like to process. So that could actually keep you
That
from
might be her.
connecting.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, like sometimes that's your way of,
Right.
let's
Let me put
let's
you in a
talk
box.
about how we feel instead of, I love you and I want to, you know, the people that know you and love you, and you're very loyal. You're very good to them.
I am.
But
She's
boundaries,
good.
important. That's why you were early, probably, because boundaries really important for people with water. So they have to teach themselves to come up, you know, to show up early. Otherwise, she might be out buying those birthday presents.
Right, right.
Keep the water. Keep
Yeah,
the water.
okay.
So is it true that there's like a line that's the health line, the laugh line, the whatever
laugh line. That's good. The laugh lines are all here, let me tell you. No, yes, there are. There are three major lines that people are aware of when they think about hand reading.
Well, I see a lot more lines on my hand, but okay.
The first is your lifeline, which is the one that comes between your thumb and your pointer finger, and it goes down around the thumb.
Okay.
That does not tell you how long you're going to live. Okay, it just tells you the quality of your life, how grounded you are, how physically fit you are, which it looks like you're taking good care of yourself, although you've made some changes in the way that you are in your body.
Yes, I have.
Then
Dropped a lot of weight.
Well, that would be right around here, this marker right here. This is your heart line. Your heart line's at the top. It starts underneath your pinky and it moves across the hand. There's 4 main types, and it tells us how you love and how you want to be loved. Not if you're worthy of love, not if you are loved, not if you are in love, but how you want to be loved. Oh, wow. You need to know this so you know how to communicate.
Yeah.
In your relationships. And this line, the line that starts with the lifeline and goes across the hand, is your head line. Tells me how you think, how you want to think, and whether or not your head gets in the way. Wow. So there you go.
Is it different right versus left? Is there?
Yeah, there's some difference. Your right hand generally represents you in the world. It's amazing when I started reading hands how many people told me that they were left-handed but right-hand dominant. Because we use our right hand so often.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I'll reverse and I'll say the left hand is you in the world, but the right hand is you in the world, where you are now, what you're doing with the energy and the information you have, and your left hand is sort of that inner you that you might think about when you're doing your own meditation or who I want to be when I'm, you know, when I grow up.
So now that you know how to do this and you're doing it for other people, where does that take you? What are you doing with this information, and how are you helping people?
I was going to make a joke that I'm posting it all on my website. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. I hold people's, you know, identity and their story is important for me to keep private. But the whole point is to help them live a more fulfilled life. You know, I have a friend whose tagline is, without a life, what's the point? And I really believe that. Without a life, what's the point? Why aren't you doing that big dream now? And your hands gives us the map so that you can live the big dream that you had now. You don't have to give things up. You don't have to change who you are. In fact, you have the opportunity to come back and be more of who you are, which I think is just pretty phenomenal.
Well, thanks for telling us a little bit more about ourselves. Actually, that's pretty exciting. I'm going to be studying my hands, and I know everybody else is too.
Yeah.
Again, thanks for joining us, and as always, thank you for joining us here on this episode of The District Dish. Thank you.